Alrighty folks, here at Snake Road, and I just want to show you this. This is the third one in like a 20-foot vicinity. But you could see this rock, and it's rained, so you could see the ground's wet except right here. So this rock at one time was covering up right there recently, and someone moved it off. It had been today because it rained before we got here. So whatever lives underneath this rock, whatever's drying out under there, is probably going to die because the habitat was, uncovered. It's going to dry out, and that's a problem. That's what people commonly do. Not everyone, but some unethical herpers or tourists that don't know what they're doing or whatever, they'll flip these rocks thinking they're going to see these prized milk snakes and worm snakes, and then they'll not put the rock back, and usually it's because it's a heavy rock, and that just kills. It's nonsense. It's selfish. It's like me going to your house and tearing your roof off and not putting it back on. So that's kind of what we're doing here. So that's a no. Don't do this. Well, howdy folks. Shawn here from Hiking with Shawn on YouTube. And if you can imagine it, I'm at Snake Road. Alrighty folks, check this little guy out. Little cottonmouth, tiny little guy. Not very colorful. I'm guessing because, well, I don't know why. But there he is. Let me lighten up the shot a little bit, take the ND filter off. But look at that little guy. Oh. There he is. But he's little. He's just not so colorful. Alright folks, it's really important to look for the little guys, like this guy, Cottonmouth. I didn't see him. I walked either right over him or I may have bumped him. I don't know. I hope not. Hope I didn't hurt him. And he could have bit my shoe and I didn't know it. I know he didn't bite me, but it's there he is, and he's tiny. He's teeny tiny. I don't like to stress him out too much, but there's my boot. I got a big boot, and there's him. So, tiny cottonmouth. Little guy. He's pretty fierce, showing me that mouth. But he'll chill out probably here momentarily once he realizes I'm not a threat. But I may have freaked him out when I stepped over him, or hopefully I didn't walk on him. That's what I'm afraid of. He looks okay. Doesn't look like I hurt him. I always fear that though. But there he is. He's closed his mouth. I guess he kind of realizes I'm not a threat. See the line? A lot of people do that when they see some sort of wildlife out here that they want you to see. But sometimes people do it when they just want to screw with other walkers. That's probably my line that I did when I wanted to screw with other herpers. I'm sorry, it's funny. It's mean, I guess, but to me it's like putting a fake snake out here. I think it's hilarious when people do that. Most of the time, kids will pick them up and take them home with them, so it doesn't really hit too hard at home with leave no trace. but it's really funny when I see fake snakes. And I'm not advocating it, you know, don't do it, because it's kind of littering, but it's not, it's something I laugh at, because it's just people generally screwing with other people out here, and that's what I do sometimes. I'll take and, you know, I'll draw a line, and people will look everywhere. And it's mean, but it's kind of, I don't know, it's just kind of a fun way to have fun with people, you know. It's no harm. There's really no harm in doing it. And I was just looking around, and it's probably likely that that line back there is my line. So I probably just more or less played a trick on myself. So, and that happens when you're a dork like me. So I'll probably see that line in a couple of days or whenever I come back out here, and I'll probably fool myself once again.
First one I've ever found.
All right, we got a little, what is that?
I think it's a newt.
Newt.
I think. I don't know. He's cute.
He's just hanging out here on the road. Right on the road. Oh.
I want to pick it up.
And just being a newt. Newt being a newt.
It's a cute pose.
Mm-hmm. There's a little guy. Alrighty, folks, got his cottonmouth by its den, moving into its den, escaping me. There he is. So they are starting to move towards the dens. Got a much bigger cottonmouth right here. He's kind of by the pond. He's a big guy. Pretty healthy looking snake. Almost looks like he's eating something. He's not flattening out so much. I don't know, I could be wrong, but he may have eaten something. Alrighty, folks, I'm gonna try to zoom in on this baby. See if you can see what I'm seeing. There you go. It's a big spider right there. It's kind of hard to tell. Ah, there we go. There you go, now you can see it a little better. Oh, not there. Big spider. Alright, so I look in these logs thinking there's copperheads from time to time, but apparently there are critters. and there was nothing there when I looked there, and then all of a sudden I see this little face looking at me, and I jumped. I admit it. He is cute. Alrighty, folks. We have a murder noodle around here. Can't you tell that this thing just would probably kill me? Look at it look at me like it's dangerous. I mean, it is dangerous, but it's itty bitty. Teeny tiny. I'd stick my finger down there for reference, but then it wouldn't be so cute anymore. But that is a juvenile cottonmouth, and they use their little tails that are yellow there. You can see the yellow on its tail. They use that as little bait, so stuff will think it's a little worm, They'll come up and try to eat it, and the snake will usually eat them. And over here we have a much larger cottonmouth, and there's a lot of vegetation, so it's kind of harder to see him, but there he is. He's just hanging out. And you can see the older one just really darkens up compared to the baby. The young one, that's very camouflage and really pretty patterns, very colorful. So the young look good, they're faster, full of energy. And the old, they blacken out and just get a little slower.